Namo Namaste Gurave Mahatmane Vimukta Sangaya Saduttamaya Nityadvayananda Rasaswarupine Bhumne Sada Paradayam Budhamne Namaste Namaste Vibho Vishwamurte Namaste Namaste Chidanandamurte Namaste Namaste Tapoyogagamya Namaste Namaste Shrutijnanagamya Swarajya Samrajya Vibhutiresha Bhavat Kripa Shri Mahima Prasadat Prapta Maya Shri Gurave Mahatmane Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namastasmai Sadaikasmai Kasmai Chinmahase Namaha Yadetad Vishwarupena Rajate Guru Rajate Te Yadetad Vishwarupena Rajate Guru Rajate. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru. We will do the chant the Shanti mantra. Om Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha
Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva
Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha
Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha
Sthirairangaistushtuvam sastanubhihi
Sthirairangaistushtuvam sastanubhihi
Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu
Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu
Swasti na indro vriddhashravaha
Swasti na indro vriddhashravaha
Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha
Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha
Swasti nastakshyo arishtanemihi
Swasti nastarkshyo arishtanemihi
Swasti no brihaspatir dadhatu
Swasti no brihaspatir dadhatu
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru. Can you show the slides, number 2? See what we have done so far. I will go further deeper into the word meanings. In this slide it says that Kaivalya means aloneness. The real aloneness comes by transcending subject-object duality. Because generally we feel alone means we have a small identity. We have this, the body, mind, personality is what we are. And there is nobody, generally human beings around or any animals around, we say we are alone. That aloneness may make us fearful, depressed and all that. But this aloneness is not like that. It is alone because everywhere it is I am and there is nothing other than me. So we cannot even think of a second existence over there. Even when we speak of existence, we generally mean I am able to perceive something different from me. That we call existence. When I am not seeing something, say the clock is not there, I would say the clock doesn't exist here. It is not, the real existence is not like that. Truly the existence is only the consciousness. That is the only existence we know of. All other things are only appearances in the consciousness. So here this Kaivalya aloneness is actually the non-dual aloneness, Advaya Anubhati. By transcending subject-object duality, it is not only usual duality, where I am the subject, I am seeing something or not seeing anything. That is also the duality of the ultimate level. So to go to the non-dual level, we have to transcend that also. This Upanishad is meant for those who are aspiring or ready for Kaivalya. We have written Abheda Darshana, means this is called Abheda Darshana. Abheda means there is no differential notion. Everything, it is only one. Even saying that it is only one is not a full expression. So generally it is indescribable. There is, I think, a Tamil composition called Kaivalya Navanita. Navanita means butter. Kaivalya Navanita. But this Kaivalya Navanita we use in the Shastras in many places also. What is it? As the milk is containing the fat in it, the butter is already existing in milk, but we don't see the butter, we see the milk only. So to extract the butter we put initiation, some curd in it, so that the milk gets curdled. Then we churn the curd with a stick or with a stirrer. And by churning and churning we find that the butter is slowly released from the milk. If those who have the experience of making buttermilk, they will understand that there is a time and extent of churning which will make the butter aggregated as a lump fully. And the temperature also is important. If you over churn it, then again it will split into oily substance and get mixed. You will not get it as a full lump of butter. You have to churn it properly, you have to keep the temperature proper, if necessary add some ice if possible. And we have to stop the churning at some time and collect. Now when the butter comes out as a lump, then you will find that it is floating in the buttermilk. It doesn't get mixed anymore with the milk, that is, which has become buttermilk now. So, like that, although the spirit, the Atma or consciousness, that is our real substance, but we are not able to see it. We are finding it always mixed with the world. That is, somebody is living, he is doing this, doing that, and in the inanimate we don't find the Atma at all. Now, This churning is the sadhana, process of sadhana. Churning the mind, churning the buddhi, churning the intelligence, churning our emotions. And also it is not just churning, you have to make them collect together. So it needs lot of purificatory process, many things which makes our mind flexible, which will make our mind spread everywhere. So there is a process of sadhana which finally it becomes such that we start feeling that I am the consciousness. That is the Navanita, the butter. It becomes very much visible or more visible than the other things. Other things become only an appearance in that consciousness. So the allegory, the illustration is up to a certain extent, cannot be full, but it is often referred to because it is like the lump of butter, it floats in the world and no longer get mixed with the world. So that is also Kaivalya Navanita is a term used very often for this supreme state, the non-dual state where we identify with our real identity. Next slide, third slide. Here I have already told, I am just recapitulating, Upanishad. Very briefly I have written, there are a lot of explanations in every book you will find. It can be interpreted in various ways. Shankaracharya has done in a certain manner. Now Upanishad, there are three terms. Upa means nearness, closeness. And Ni means, can mean many things. Here it can be Nirviseshananda. That means completely taking away. Shad means removes. Sadati means depletes. So, by the closeness of which it gets completely removed. Removes what? The closeness of this text, Upanishad text or the Brahma Vidya or the Shastra. It completely removes what? It removes the worldliness from our mind. World will never be removed. World we will see because our body, mind, personality is part of the world made with the three gunas, all the visions, everything will be there. But the worldliness in our mind, that the reality of the small attraction and repulsion, raga, dvesha, all those things will be removed through our closeness with the Upanishad. That is why it is called Upanishad. Closeness with which completely removes what? That is not said. That is worldliness or our asakti, our sangha. It removes all that. Next slide, the fourth one. The introduction continues here also. It starts with Om. Om invoking Brahma Vidya, the ultimate non-dual truth. Actually in Upanishad, all the Shanti mantras, even the mantras, we pray not to any god or goddess. We pray to the ultimate truth only. The truth happens to be our own real identity. But not knowing that also we can pray, thinking of that all-embracing truth. That is represented by the Om. So most of the mantras they start with Om. That is, we invoke Om, the ultimate truth, to take us to the realization of the truth. Atha, I have explained in great detail that day. This Atha means then. That means it comes in the beginning of Shastras, which means the Adhikara Tattva. That means who is fit to study this Shastra and understand and grasp and live according to this Shastras. Adhikara means fitness, deservingness. Who deserves to follow this Shastra? So the Atha represents that. We have written here, after cultivating Sadhana Chatushtaya in ample measure, to make himself fit for receiving the supreme knowledge. This atha, then what? Ashvalayana, atha Ashvalayano Bhagavantam Parameshtinam Upasametya Uvacha. Only one sentence is there, that then Ashvalayana Rishi, he became a great Rishi later on. He went to the great creator Brahma, approached him and said, what said? That will come in the next chart, next slide. Here what is told, that atha means Ashvalayana would not have come without getting prepared to receive the knowledge from the greatest of the teacher, from Brahma, the first teacher he is approaching. That means he understands the value of this knowledge, the purity of this knowledge, and he is conscious of how blessed he is if Brahma accepts him and gives him the knowledge. Generally, we miss everywhere. Why are we not able to progress in spite of having some great saints or guru to guide us? Because we don't understand the importance of this knowledge first and the knower. And we don't have the value of the opportunity to see a knower or be close to a knower or listen to this topic from a knower or listen to this shastra or being a receptacle from the knower. It is only our lack of Shraddha, we say, lack of value in this. So the Shastras always say that, always put it in this manner, that when somebody is approaching to receive this knowledge, he is conscious of his preparation. That whom he is approaching, he is conscious of that. He feels blessed that I am having the opportunity to get this tuition, get this knowledge from a knower or the guru or the first teacher or whatever. So, to make himself fit for receiving the supreme knowledge, Ashvalayana had already read the Shastras. As the other day, first when I was discussing this, I referred to Mundaka Upanishad. There also, when Shaunaka went to Angiras Rishi to learn, to have this knowledge, then Angiras started his instruction with Dve Vidye Veditavye Parachaiva Aparacha. He said, two are the kinds of knowledge that has to be learned. Those have to be learned. What is that? Apara and para, inferior and supreme. Then he says, Tatha Apara. Therefore, he spoke about the apara, the inferior knowledge. There he said, Rigvedo, Yajurvedaha, Samavedo, Atharva Vedaha, Shiksha, Kalpo, Vyakaranam, Niruktam, Chando, Jyotishamiti. That means all the four Vedas and the 6 Vedangas they are called. The 6 kinds of science, that is the science, it starts as Rigvedo, Yajurvedaha, Samavedo, Atharva Vedaha. Shiksha means the science of pronunciation. Kalpa means the science of rituals. Vyakaranam means the science of expression, grammar. Vyakaranam means grammar, the science of expression. Shiksha, Kalpo, Vyakaranam, Niruktam means the science of etymology, that each word in Sanskrit has come from a root. How we are explaining these Shastras, getting into the deeper and deeper and deeper meaning? Because the words have come from a root. And if we can understand the root, then we can connect our mind to that deepest meaning of each word. That is why in all the Sanskrit Shastric Granthas, book texts, Anvaya is very important. Anvaya means the prose form where each word is explained. Those who have very good knowledge of Sanskrit, they don't need it. But for us it is necessary because many of the words are very difficult. Without the Anvaya we will not be able to understand. And Anvaya is not enough. Often to cull out the real meaning, what is the sadhana oriented meaning? See, we are not interested in the scholarly studies of Shastras. But sometimes we have to go very deep into it because whatever is the translation or whatever is written, it doesn't tally with our experience. So we don't leave it at that point that no, it doesn't match with our experience. We try to find out then why did the Rishi express it like this? What is the deeper meaning? How this word is found? Where from it has come? And we will go on hammering, maybe sometimes for a few days, even weeks, not getting the proper meaning. It won't go out from our mind. It will be there, lodged in our mind, till one day it strikes oh, now I got it. This is the meaning. This is why they have said like this. This is the expression, the deeper meaning is like this. So this etymology is very, very important in our Shastras. Shiksha kalpo vyakaranam niruktam. Niruktam is etymology. We have Shabda kalpadruma. Shabda kalpadruma, which was written by quite a few scholars, 6 scholars I believe, under the guidance of Raja Ram Mohan Roy or something. If I am wrong, I don't know. In Calcutta those days. Shabda Kalpadruma, it is huge book, about 5 volumes. It takes almost one rack, half a rack full in our almirah. Now there for each word the discussion goes on pages after pages, all in Sanskrit. But it goes to the root of the word, and as the derivation from that, various meanings can come. We have to pick up the meaning which is suitable to our context. So that is Niruktam. Then Chando Jyotishamiti. Chandas means the science of harmony. See, all our literature, most of our, not all, most of our literature, Upanishads also, except a few like Brihadaranyaka, Taittiriya, etc. Some of the, not everywhere it is in meters, but generally everywhere it is in meters. Even the medicinal science, the Ayurveda, Shastra, Dhanurvidya, Vyakarana, everything is written in poetry. This is not found anywhere in the world. We are yet to appreciate this. And there are so many kinds of chandas. People have written books on it, explaining them in a simple manner. English books are also available. I think one book is by Pandit Sampadananda Mishra. What is that called? Chando. It is published from the Aurobindo Ashram, Pondicherry. Not a very big book, but it gives a very good idea about the meters. So, this harmony is one thing which our rishis struck. And everywhere they have discussed about, they had tried to implement this harmony in life. And what is this knowledge finally? This knowledge is finally to become harmonious with the fundamental tune of nature. We call it the tune of infinitude or infinity. There is a fundamental tune of nature. The whole nature is going along that tune, following that tune. But we are not able to tune ourselves to that fundamental harmony because of our ego, because of our ragadvesha, our clinging to what we like and hating what we dislike. Because of our fragmented vision of I am this and I want this, I want that, others are all different from me. That smallness of our vision, this is the constriction our scriptures deal with. All of us are suffering from these constrictions which are called papa. Even the so-called punya is also a constriction. If that increases enhances our ego, that is a constriction. Everything is papa. Because whatever is keeping us fragmented from this fundamental, away from this fundamental harmony, is papa. The papa is the fundamental thing which is keeping us away from divinity. When we say divinity, we means it's Ishvarecha, that means the will of God. Why are we not able to move according to the will of God? It is because of our own small wants, small raga, dvesha, desires, our ego, etc. So as we grow in spiritual practice, all these constrictions, bondages, which is making us limited, small, they have to slowly become diffused, melt, completely, finally evaporate from us. This is why we call it sublimation. The mind, to sublimate our mind. Sublimate means what? All these rigidities, they will get evaporated. We will feel the spatial nature of the mind, which is its actual nature. Our mind is like that, but we don't feel because we have made it small by our all kinds of constrictions. So this chando jyotishamiti, chandaha means this harmony. So of the 6 Vedangas which are necessary to understand the Vedas, this chandas is one very important. Only when we understand the harmony, that is why so much of emphasis is given on ucharana, on the pronunciation of the words. If you don't pronounce it, don't utter the words, pronounce the words properly, if you don't understand the meaning of the word also, the pronunciation will not be proper. So when we utter the words in proper meter, the real meaning dawns in us. It is not that always we have to struggle with the meaning. That is why you will find there are many who do not understand Sanskrit, but when the literature is recited, say Bhagavatam is recited, or Bhagavad Gita is recited, or Upanishads are recited, they get so much of joy from it. Without knowing the language, they can tune with it by their natural attunement. If they can tune. I have told about a story that in our childhood, I was in class 11 or so. When Swamiji used to come to Jamshedpur every year in February, we as a family, we used to go every day to listen to the lecture in the lecture hall. So often the car, there won't be enough space because we have to take some neighbors. Our family was itself big and we have to take some of the neighbors who would like to go or so. So as it happens that here some program, we who do not understand Malayalam, we keep away or we are rejected that these people will not understand Malayalam. Only those who understand Malayalam, they go. Like that, there also, because the lectures were in English, those who will not understand English well, they were kept at home. So my grandmother was their father's mother, was quite old. So often, many of the days, because some other neighboring lady or somebody wants to come, so grandmother will have to stay back at home. So I still remember one day when she was rejected, she said that, "Ami Ingreji buঝি না, কিন্তু ওনার ভাব বুঝি." She said, "I don't understand English, but I understand the bhava of the saint, Swamiji, whatever he is communicating." So very mindly she placed her deservingness to go for the lecture. So it depends on one who can harmonize with the fundamental tune. There is a direct communication there. We don't have to go word by word to that. Word by word, the words are used only as vehicle. When we are speaking, we are using the words as a vehicle. What we are trying to communicate is the bhava, not the words. Even not the rational analysis, whatever we are given to so much. This rationality and presentation is used to make the bhava acceptable to your buddhi. Because people are intelligent, they will not accept if it goes against their own intellectual thinking or so. So we have to present it in a manner that making the words as a vehicle and the rationality as the taste for it, we are approaching through the buddhi of the listeners. But what we are communicating is none of these. We are communicating the bhava, the essence of the mind, the essence of the truth, what we would like to communicate. So, Chando Jyotishamiti. The last one is Jyotisha. Jyotisha means, in our country, it was both astronomy and astrology. They were related, they were together. We have only one word for that. Jyotisha means, Jyotisha Shastra means astronomy as well as astrology. Because astrological calculations were based on the astronomy. Even now also people fail to find out how could they know so accurately about the astronomical units, the distances of the sun and so on. Not only that, so many things, details of the astronomical details. It's still a mystery. So, all these 4 Vedas and 6 Vedangas, which are necessary to understand the Vedas, these, he said that they are all apara vidya, they are all inferior vidya. Now, mind you, in Vedas, the Upanishads are also included. In the Upanishad, they are saying the Upanishads are inferior. See our country. What does it mean? They are meaning that these are only words. As long as you take it as a scholarly pursuit, as words, it is inferior. Then where lies the Paravidya, the supreme knowledge? Saying that these are all aparavidya, and in that everything is included. Everything we will learn from the Shastras, they are all apara. Then what is para? Atha para yaya tadaksharam adhigamyate. This I am talking from Mundaka Upanishad. I have explained on the first day also of this Kaivalya Upanishad also. Yaya tadaksharam adhigamyate, by which this the imperishable becomes attained, adhigamyate, not known theoretically. This is the important point here. Adhigamyate. Because what is that imperishable? It is our own identity. So when will you know who are you? You will become that, otherwise that knowledge is only theoretical. The Shastras said that you are one, you are transcendental, you are everywhere. Well, that is only a theoretical knowledge. So, he has clearly, this Mundaka Upanishad is also from Atharva Veda. So, they have lot of similarity, Kaivalya Upanishad and this. So, they are saying that all the Vidyas, the 4 Vedas and 6 Vedangas, they are all inferior knowledge as long as you are just learning the meaning and the word meaning and the words as literature. And what is Paravidya? By whatever manner, if you can attain the imperishable, that is the Paravidya. So as long as we are not able to attain the imperishable, we are seeking the imperishable. But the Vidya is to seek the imperishable, not the learning 1 Vedas, 2 Vedas, 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, all Prakarana Granthas, everything we have learned, Ashtavakra, Yoga Vasishta, go on learning. No, that's all apara vidya. Para vidya is yaya tadaksharam adhigamyate. So this we should keep in mind in the atha. That is why the atha I have explained in the slide, that after cultivating sadhana chatushtaya in ample measure, to make himself means Ashvalayana, fit for receiving the supreme knowledge or the Paravidya. He has not come to learn Aparavidya again. He has already learnt it in the Pathashala, in their Gurukula. Ashvalayana has already learned. Even in Shaunaka's case also, he had already learnt everything. What he knew is that we have learnt everything, but we have not realized, not experienced the truth. So they come to a rishi, a knower, only to experience the truth. Fitness comes from viveka, vairagya, shamadamadi, shadga sampatti, mumuksha or mumukshutva. That is a sadhana chatushtaya. That the fitness to attain this knowledge depends on how much of these fourfold qualities, characteristics we have been able to cultivate. I would go a little further. It is not that you cultivate enough of sadhana chatushtaya and then you will be able to attain the truth. No. Actually, attainment of the truth is the finale of the sadhana chatushtaya. Viveka, Vairagya, the sixfold sampatti, the treasures, that is Shama, Dhamma, Titiksha, Uparati, Shraddha, Samadhana, and Mumuksha. All these things together, as it grows, finally it becomes like Kaivalya Navanita, it becomes the knowledge. So, in a way, if you have enough of this, you are fit to study and fit to become a seeker on this path. And as you walk on this path, these fourfold qualities go on increasing in your being more and more and more. Finally, all this together, you become the Atma or the soul or the truth. Through a process of purity, expansion. Next slide. Upasametya. He has used the word upasametya. Upa means again near, just like the Upanishad, it means nearness, near. Sametya, it has come from samyak rupena etya. Etya means approaching, coming. Samyak rupena, that means who reaching in the proper or approaching in the proper cultured Vedic manner. That is, in various Upanishads also it has been discussed how to approach a knower of truth. Why are you approaching a knower of truth? Only to have the knowledge, only to know the truth, realize the truth. Then you should approach in a manner that you will become successful in that. Otherwise, why should you go to him? You go. If you want money, you go to a rich person. If you want fame, you do something else. If you want to work, you go to somebody else. Knower of truth, you are approaching only to attain the Paravidya. So you have to go with, I have written here, with humility, genuine inquiry and Shraddha. Humility is the must. Because as long as you feel that I know, there is no point in going to a guru. When you feel that here is somebody who knows better than me where lies my goal, then only you go. Genuine inquiry. It is not only just a curiosity, oh, everybody says that he knows very well, let me find out, I will ask some questions. No. The inquiry has to be genuine. You must every time, in Bhagavad Gita, pariprasnena sevaya, in all kinds of questions, enquiries, and serving him in the manner so that you know how to approach this truth and where to go and where not to go. And Shraddha. This Shraddha I have explained so many times. Here again we have written, having proper evaluation about the importance of the Rishi's presence. If you don't have the proper evaluation, then you will miss. The other day I said that many people used to come to Dakshineshwar. Ramakrishna Deva used to say that, oh, unko mandir dikha ke bhej do. That means show them around the temple and the deities and all, then see them off. That means they have not come with any inquiry. Why should he come here and waste our time also? Let him see whatever. They will appreciate the building, they will appreciate various other things. At least they may appreciate the prasada they get, the taste of it also, and then let them go. So, next is feeling blessed about the opportunity that there is a knower. I have been able to, in my life, I have been able to come before a knower, before a guru. What kind of blessed opportunity it is. We don't have a proper evaluation. I think even we don't have always. Then the next one is giving supreme knowledge, the supreme position in life. That we may call it supreme knowledge, but have we given it the supreme position in life? That is very important. Otherwise, all other things, whenever they are coming, our mind will automatically go to them. Why the mind is not becoming one-pointed on this sadhana? It's very simple. Because the mind still has lot of attraction, repulsion, ego, expectation. So naturally the mind will go all that place. If we give this knowledge the supreme position, then automatically the mind will remain always in this. Whatever to be done also, nothing will be able to distract our mind from the goal. Next slide. This we have given the heading as the seeker's appeal. Now here the first section of the Upanishad starts. I told you that it's very small, 24 verses. So the introductory part is over here, where that the first line, that is Atha, Om Atha, Ashvalayana. What is that? Om Atha Ashvalayano Bhagavantam Parameshtinam Upasametya Uvacha. Uvacha means he said. So this is the introduction. Then comes what did Ashvalayana said. That is the seeker's appeal. So we have termed it as seeker's appeal. What did he say? Adhihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtham Sada Sadbhih Sevyamanam Nigudham Yaya Chirat Sarva Papam Vyapohya Parat Param Purusham Yati Vidwan. He says that Adhihi means Adhihi Bhagavan. Bhagavan means, oh Master, oh Sir, please teach me Brahma Vidya. You will have to go to the next slide. Then again we will come back. Go to the 7th slide. That seeker's appeal 2, number 2 slide on seeker's appeal. Adhihi Bhagavan. That means kindly teach me, O great Master. What kind of teaching he wants? He has already learnt all the Upanishads, everything he might have learned, whatever was necessary. Then what kind of teaching he is asking for? He has used the word Adhihi, by which a learned one realizes the supreme truth, that he himself is saying in the next part of the verse. By which a learned one realizes the supreme truth. What kind of a Vidya he is asking for? Brahma Vidya or Para Vidya. Yaya tadaksharam adhigamyate. This I have already discussed. Now get back to the 6th slide. He is asking for Brahma Vidya. The various adjectives are used for that I will come later. I want to cite here the parallel with the other Upanishads. That is, I have referred to Mundaka Upanishad 1.1.3. Shaunakavo havai mahashalo vidhivadupasanna angirasam vidhivadupasanna papracha. There in Mundaka Upanishad he is describing that Shaunaka, the great householder, they are also vidhivat, means in a proper manner as prescribed in the Vedas. He came, he approached him, and papracha, he asked humbly. Similarly in Bhagavad Gita, tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. So you will find this everywhere. I have cited Viveka Chudamani 33 to 43. Today itself, before the lecture, it was going on, I found. That is how a student approaches the Guru. And I will not be able to read all the verses, it will take time. I will just recite a few. First, he is in the 33rd verse, he is saying, who is a proper Guru? Sadguru. The Sadguru's definition is there. So, in approaching a Guru, this is what you should see. What is that? Shrotriyo avrijino akamahato yo brahmavittamaha brahmanyuparata shanto nirindhana ivanalaha ahetuka daya sindhu bandhuranamatam satam. All these we have discussed so many times, Ma must have discussed many times. He has to be Shrotriyaha, that means well-versed in Shastra, but well-versed doesn't mean that he has read all the Vedas and Upanishads, not like that. Who has known, who has realized the essence of the Shastras, he is called a Shrotriyaha. Avrijinaha, that means who doesn't have any constriction, papaha. He is free of all that. Akamahataha, he does not have any desires. Brahmavittamaha, who knows what is Brahman, what is our goal very well. Brahmanyuparata shantaha, he has become absolutely peaceful. Why? Brahmani uparataha. He, generally we are all always indulging in worldly joys, worldly taste and what not. But he revels only in Brahman, the truth. So he is Brahmani uparataha. His rati is only in Brahmani. Brahmarataha. Nirindhana ivanalaha. Wherever we find any fire, there is a cause. There will be some firewood to create the fire. In this case, there need not be any cause for his brilliance. Nirindhana ivanalaha. Even if there is no indhana, there is no firewood also, this is always brilliant. He will be always brilliant. Why? Because he is a Vishuddha Sattva. He is embodiment of the consciousness, the ultimate truth. Ahetuka daya sindhuhu. This Nirindhana ivanalaha. Once one Maharaj in Rishikesh had told us a poem that apekshante na chat sneham na patram na dashantaram nirantaram prakashante ratnadeepa ebottama. He says that this is referring to the Atma, to consciousness. Apekshante na cha sneham. Sneha means fat. That sneha means ghee or oil. Oil also is called sneha. Apekshante na cha sneham, na patram, na dashantaram. For a lamp, three things are indhana. What is that? A patram. The lamp has to have a vessel. There should be a vessel in which we are pouring the oil or ghee. So, patram is necessary. A wick is necessary. And if the wick, which is changing always, the phase is changing, if it gets burned, then the lamp will not be there. If the wick burns off, then there is the patram, there is the oil, but even then the brilliance will not be there. Before that, smoke will start coming. Nacha sneham, na patram, na dashantaram. In this case, for the atmic lamp to blaze forth, to radiate, to remain brilliant, none of these are necessary. Nirantaram prakashante. There is no time that it is not shining. Why? Because you cannot find anything without the consciousness. The consciousness has to be there to know anything at all. Everything, every other thing will be missed sometimes. Sometimes they will appear, sometimes they will disappear. But even the disappearance of our awareness also is known by the consciousness. When we are sleeping or when we have fallen unconscious out of some accident or injection, then also that I have not known anything, that no signal state is revealed by the consciousness. Otherwise you will not know that I have not known anything. You are not known because it's a no signal state. Your buddhi did not have any reflection, anything. But the consciousness reveals that no signal state also. Nirantaram prakashante, ratna deepa, as if a stone which is radiating the light, which does not depend on anything. The Atma is like that. It does not depend on anything. All other things to shine, they need this. We have the Arati mantra also same. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvam idam vibhati. Tam eva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Only when that shines, all other things are shining. Without that shining, there cannot be anything at all. It is with its prakasha that all other things, they appear to be existing. The existence is only that. All other things, they appear to be existing only with the prakasha of this Atma or the consciousness. So that is the Nirindhana iva analaha. Ahetuka daya sindhu. His daya, his mercy for others, he is an ocean of mercy. But his mercy, his affection for others, there is no hetu. You cannot trace it that why he is so merciful or graceful to a certain person. It is ahetuka daya sindhu. Bandhur anamatam satam. Only when one is humble, he can do whatever is needed for that person. Without the humility, he cannot relieve us from the worldliness. It goes on in Vivekachudamani up to the 43, it goes on like that. And in the 42nd verse, he is also saying that in Vivekachudamani, 42nd verse, he is also saying that it is not only that the seeker has to be like this, and the guru has to be like this. When such a fit seeker, deserving seeker comes to a guru, it is the bounden duty on the guru to enlighten him, to help him get enlightenment. He cannot enlighten fully, he can only help him to become a jnani. Vidwan satasma upasattimi mumukshave sadhu yathoktakarine prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya tattvopadesham kripayaiva kuryat. Kuryat means vidhiling. He should. He has to do the tattvopadesham for such a person who has come with a proper fit mind and buddhi. Ma bhaishtavidvamstava nastyapayah samsara sindhostaranesthyupayah yenaiva yata yatayosya param tameva margam tava nirdishami. He says that there is no fear, O my dear disciple. Every problem in world has got a way out. Samsara sindhus tarane asti upayaha. There is a way of living in this world without getting bound by the world. Living in this life without getting bound by the world. Swamiji's quotation. Yenaiva yata yatayosya param tameva margam tava nirdishami. By the path, going along the path by which one can go across this ocean, I will tell you, I will give you the direction, I will tell you the direction. You have to walk, but I can tell you, I can take you along. So like this, everywhere this Guru-Shishya relationship is very important. That is what here also we are finding, that Adhihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtham Sada Sadbhi Sevyamanam Negudham Yaya Chirat Sarva Papam Vyapohya Paratparam Purusham Yati Vidvan. The 8th slide. 8th. 7th we have already done. Varishtham means the supreme, the highest. Variyan Varishtham. Sada Sadbhihi Sevyamanam. All these are in Dvitiya, so they are all coming as Sevyamanam, Varishtham. Actually it is Varishtha. Sadvihi Sevyamanaha Nigudhaha. Because he is referring to, you teach me the Brahma Vidya, so Dvitiya Vibhakti is used. That is why everything is becoming Varishtham Brahma Vidyam. What kind of Varishtham Brahma Vidyam? Sada Sadbhihi Sevyamanam Nigudham. Always Sada, always Sadbhihi Sevyamanam, practiced by those who are on the path of Sat, path of truth, path of Shreyas. Nigudham, supreme secret, cannot be accessed or grasped by those who have not cultivated enough of Sadhana Chatushtaya. Why it is secret? It is not secret, it is open everywhere. All the Shastras are discussing the same truth. But the truth cannot be attained without enough of Sadhana Chatushtaya. That is why it is the supreme secret. Ninth slide. Yada chirat sarva papam vyapohya. By which Vidya, he is referring to the Brahma Vidya. It is all Ashvalayana statement, that he is telling Brahma that you teach me that knowledge, the Paravidya, the supreme knowledge, which is like this, like this, like this. Yaya achirat. Achirat means instantly, immediately, without delay. Sarva papam vyapohya. By which Vidya all sins are immediately removed. After removing, then further is there. By which Vidya all sins are immediately removed. Now what are the sins? I have already discussed. Means constriction, raga, dvesha, bheda buddhi, any ego, all these are sin. Whatever, I said that whatever limits us, makes us small. Another practical example, I said that we are all supposed to be in harmony with the fundamental tune of nature. But whatever is restricting us from that is the sin. That is our ego and ragadvesha and all, they are not allowing us to be harmonious, to float in that fundamental way, with that fundamental harmony. So that itself is the sin. Even the punya which gives rise to ego is a sin, is a papa here. Because the ignorance and delusions are dispelled by realized knowledge. Why he is saying that which will achirat sarva papam vyapohya, which will remove all the papas instantly. Why? Because the moment all these papas, all this ego, the limitation, the constrictions are coming by the ajnana, the ignorance of our real identity. Ajnana has two forces. One is avarana, another is vikshepa. The avarana is the first. We forget who we are. At the moment the covering comes, we start thinking, I am small, I have to get this to become happy, I have to go there to become happy, all these things. So all the distractions come from there. So the moment we get back the knowledge of our real self, all the papas are gone. So this is a direct impact on our, and it's very simple in that sense, that whatever is keeping us away from the divinity, if that is the ignorance, that is the ignorance about our own identity. So the moment that is taken care of, the avarana is removed, we immediately become in harmony with the fundamental tune of nature. All the papas go. Vyapohya. Apohya. Apohati means to remove. And vi, adding that vi means vishesha rupena. That means it is not just removed from one sector. Suppose we have limitations and constrictions in various sectors. Suppose somebody is miserly, he is not liberal. It is one kind of a constriction. Now by practicing liberalism, being more and more liberal, if you start giving everything you have, you become a pauper by giving and all, that papa can be removed, that constriction can be removed. But it may happen that in other sector, like say you find it very difficult to appreciate others' qualities, or you become jealous of when you see somebody is better than you. All these are papas, they are all making you small, making you constricted. So on one sector it might have gone, but the other sector you are still finding it difficult to appreciate others. Or you are always critical of others and try to blame others. These are all the papas making you small, constricted. So on one side, one section of your life it may go, but the other sections it will be remaining. But here they are saying, Vishesha Rupana, it is very well removed in all different aspects. Why? Because all the constrictions are coming from the wrong identity. We think that we are separate from all others. They are others and I am what I am. That ego, basic identity problem, that is creating all the papas. If that is taken away, then all, in any sector, all the constrictions will go. That is why they have used vyapohya, by removing. By removing, what do? It is all about the Brahma Vidya. See, the disciple is saying all these things. We have not come to Brahma's lecture as yet. The disciple is saying that you teach me that Brahma Vidya, the Paravidya, by which immediately all the papas go, and by that what happens? Parat Param. Show the 10th slide. Seeker's appeal, 10th. Parat Param Purusham Yati Vidwan. Parat Param Purusham Yati Vidwan, by which he attains the Supreme Purusha. What does it mean? Brahma Vidya makes one identified with Parat Para Purusha. Now this Parat Para Purusha has got a very deep meaning. Purusha that transcends even the highest Purusha. What does it mean? As long as you have high, low, this Purusha, Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, they are all duality. The ultimate truth is beyond all duality, beyond all concepts even. That is why it is called indescribable. Yato vacho nivattante aprapya manasasaha. Wherefrom the words come back along with the mind, not being able to express the truth, not being able to understand the truth. Because it transcends all duality. Our languages are all within the ken of duality. So they have used a word, Parat Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. In many places it is there. Here it is paratparam purusham yati vidvan. In Bhagavad Gita it is there, na? Yatha nadyasyanamana samudre astam gacchanti namarupe vihaya tatha vidvan namarupad vimuktaha paratparam purusham upaiti divyam. In second chapter, na? It is in Kathopanishad, na? No, Mundak Upanishad. Bhagavad Gita also it is there, na? No? Achha, it is in Mundak Upanishad. Yatha, we do it in our arati. Yatha nadyasyanamana samudre. As the rivers, they flow down to the ocean. Yatha nadyasyanamana samudre astam gacchanti namarupe vihaya. What happens there? Whether it is Ganga or Yamuna or Godavari or Rupanarayana or Brahmaputra, when they meet the sea, they become all the sea water, the saline water. वो गंगा जल मीठा है और यमुना जल ही गंदा है, ये सब नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. तथा विद्वान, like that the knower, नामरूपाद विमुक्तः परात् परम पुरुषम उपैति दिव्यम. He transcends his nama and rupa, whatever delineates him, whatever limits him to a human being. Leaving all that, he attains the Supreme Purusha. Parat Param word is used. That means even the Para Purusha, usse bhi, it is transcending that. That means it is the transcendental truth, which is beyond all description. Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, it is again a duality. It has to transcend that also. In Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter it is said, Uttama Purusha, who transcends both Kshara and Akshara. What is this verse? Akshara-dapi-cha uttamaha tatosmi vede. What is that? 15th chapter? Acha. So, then they have used paratparam purusham yati vidwan. Vidwan yati. That means he gets identified, he goes. He has not used the word janati. That is, again, you know what is the paratparam purusha, paratpara purusha. You know it from the Shastra and you say that, oh, this is it, this is transcending this, transcending that. No. By the Brahma Vidya, by the Para Vidya, by which the seeker attains this Paratpara Purusha. That means he identifies with that Purusha, not the Purishete iti Purusha, the small Purusha within the body-mind limited soul. So these words, yati, not janati, attains, reaches, not a knowledge to know, but to become, realizing one's own real identity. Yasmat ksharamati toham aksharaadapi chottama atosmi loke vedeja pratitah purushottama. Acha, then 11th slide. Now, what is this realization we are repeatedly saying? So, I've thought of adding this slide here. The truth experience or anubhuti we say, experience we say, anubhuti we say. The moment we say experience, anubhuti, we have some sort of a physical association with that. We think that it is something alaukika, it is supernatural. Some feeling, some experience, supernatural experience. In Vedanta, we don't talk about such experiences here at all. Anubhuti is not anything supernatural. After learning the truth from the Guru and the Shastras, experiencing the truth through deepening of Viveka and Vairagya. I have known the truth, but I continue the life in the same manner. We don't call it Viveka. It may be English discrimination, that I know what is Nitya, what is Anitya, what is permanent, what is impermanent. If we explain, everybody will, the good, sharp intelligence people will understand. But until you follow what is Nitya, it is not called Viveka. Or forget about Nitya Anitya, which comes far advanced stage. For general people, we have the two differences between the Shreyas and prayas. The Viveka first appears in our mind as a selection, a discrimination between Shreyas and prayas. Prayas means whatever is immediately pleasant, and Shreyas means the ultimate good. So we have in our life to walk on the right path or the expansive path. Every moment we have to select between Shreyas and prayas. Discriminate between Shreyas and prayas. So the Viveka is that buddhi which is anchored in the truth, which will allow us to know where lies our Shreyas and where lies our prayas, and always to reject the prayas or prefer or select the Shreyas. This is a thumb rule. How to know which is the path? We have always to select the Shreyas in preference to the prayas. How do you know that it is Shreyas? Look within and find out by taking this path. Am I feeling strong? Am I feeling lighter inside, stronger inside? Am I feeling expansion in my mind? Or I am feeling small inside, heavy inside, guilty inside? You can select which is the path you have to take. Because the ultimate is infinitude. So naturally the path to expansion is the path. So as we proceed with cultivating more and more of Viveka and Vairagya means what? The Sangha will go, whatever I like, the Raga Dvesha, I cling to that what I like, I hate what I dislike. Naturally that will prevent my discrimination also. A person whom I dislike, I will not be able to see the good qualities in him. How will you see the truth then? The Brahman includes everything. You have to know everything. If our Sangha prevents us from seeing some qualities in a person, then how can we expect to see the Param Purusha? So the Anubhuti is not anything supernatural. It is a deepening vision of the mind through Viveka and Vairagya. Now the difference you can always make out, because the theoretical study of the Shastras will not dispel your delusion, ignorance, ajnana, etc. You will still remain deluded. You will find that you are making mistakes, that ignorance has not gone. Now if the knowledge is a living knowledge, if the truth has dawned in your mind, if it is a realized knowledge, then there is no question of having any more ignorance or delusion in the world. So that is the way we can differentiate, that the scriptural learning can give us the concepts, but they cannot remove the ajnana, the ignorance or the delusion we suffer in the world. In Viveka Chudamani, 148th verse, there are many verses clarifying this, but I just thought of this. I have written here, one must feel the freedom and fulfillment within. When the ignorance goes, when the delusion goes, in every situation you will feel free. That freedom has to be felt by us. Vivek Chudamani says, this is 148. Shruti pramanaikamateh swadharmanishta tayeva atma vishuddhirasya vishuddha buddhehe paramatma vedanam tenaiva samsara samoola nashaha. Very good word they have used. I have written it here in the slide. Vishuddha buddhehe paramatma vedanam tenaiva samsara samoola nashaha. He says that from the Shruti and your Nishtha, your full dedication, devotion to life, following the Shastra Vakyas and all, will purify your Atma, purify your mind and Buddhi, our being. It is all the work, the seva we do, the service we do, the Shastras we study, the manana we do on the Shastric Granthas, repeatedly I have said that these are all tools to purify our being, purify our mind and intelligence. When the intelligence gets purified, Vishuddha Buddhehe Paramatma Vedanam, the Vishuddha Buddhi will always be sensing what is the supreme identity, the supreme, the Paramatma. Who am I? That will be there. And by that, Tena Eva, only by that, not by anything else. Tena Eva. Samsara Samoola Nashaha. That with the roots the samsara will go. That samsara means not the world will go, the worldliness. That we are interacting with the world, some clinging and hatred. All that will go. Samsara samoola nashaha. Why it will go along with its root? Otherwise, if you cut it again, it will again grow. You cut some of the samsara, you go to the forest, you sit for meditation in the cave or so. Again you come back, it will again come back. The whole worldliness will come back to you. In the forest it was not there. When you come back again, it will come back to you. So it has the moola has not gone. The root of the samsara has not gone. The root also will go when your buddhi gets illumined with the truth that I am not separated from anybody at all. The whole world is appearing in me, in the consciousness. I think I will stop. I thought of finishing up to that, but so that completes the seeker's appeal. Then comes from 12th slide onward, it comes summary instruction from Brahma. That is verses 2, 3, 4. These are the summary instruction given by Brahma. These are very important. We have already studied, I have explained also, but in detail again I will do in the next session. Then after that comes the method of dhyana. After he has said by bhakti and dhyana yoga, one attains. After that, what is bhakti, what is dhyana, etc., they have discussed in these three. Then from 5th verse to 10th verse is actually method of dhyana. He starts from the beginning how to meditate. Meditate means this Vedantic meditation, where our purpose is to reveal it's to know the truth. So we will come to that. We have not come to that. So 5, 10 will be Vivikta deshe cha sukhasanastha, etc. Hrit pundarikam virajam vishuddham. All these are what is to be done. Where to sit, how to sit, etc. Okay, and the Shanti mantra. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha.
Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha.
Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha.
Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha.
Sthirairangaistushtuvam sastanubhihi.
Sthirairangaistushtuvam sastanubhihi.
Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu.
Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu.
Swasti na indro vriddhashravaha.
Swasti na indro vriddhashravaha.
Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha.
Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha.
Swasti nastakshyo arishtanemihi.
Swasti nastarkshyo arishtanemihi.
Swasti no brihaspatir dadhatu.
Swasti no brihaspatir dadhatu.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om.